On to the Williamson paper, Knowledge and Belief. Remember, last time we talked about Plato and his answer to the question, why is knowledge valuable? Why is it better to know that this is the way to Larissa than to merely truly believe that this is the way to Larissa? And Plato's somewhat metaphorical answer is that knowledge is more stable than true belief. It's less likely to run away and escape. In that respect, it's like a tied-down statue of Daedalus, which is less likely to scamper away than an untied one, and that's why it's valuable. We'll try and cash out that metaphor later, but for now notice that Gettier cases raise another issue. Plato was concerned with the question, why is knowledge more valuable than true belief? Given that knowledge is not justified true belief, we now have another similar question. Why is knowledge, if indeed it is, more valuable than justified true belief? Suppose I have a justified true belief that this is the way to Larissa. Isn't that just as good as knowing that this is the way to Larissa? Plato didn't consider that question, but if he had, maybe he would have given the same answer. Our knowledge is more valuable than justified true belief because knowledge is more stable than justified true belief. Later we'll see Williamson's answer to that question, which is a version of Plato's answer or a version of the answer Plato might have given. During our discussion of knowledge, we have a couple of side issues on the go. One was about the definitions of words, and the other was about whether the mind is in the head. Remember this picture from last time, which seems very natural. The mind is in the head in the sense in which two people with molecule for molecule identical brains have identical mental lives. Duplicate the brain, and you duplicate someone's psychology. We can call this view, following Williamson, internalism. Internalism, Williamson thinks, is false, and it's knowledge that shows us why it's false. Now we're going to talk about Timothy Williamson's pilot example. I admit that was pedagogically pointless. Here's Williamson's first pilot example. A pilot has flown from Cambridge to London many times. Here he is on Monday, say. He's above the Atlantic, and he knows that he's above the Atlantic. Here is the pilot on Tuesday. Something has gone badly wrong. His instruments are all screwed up, and he's flying in a westerly direction as opposed to an easterly direction. He doesn't know that. At one point when he's over Lake Erie, he believes, just as he did on Monday, that he's flying above the Atlantic. But he doesn't know that because he isn't. Williamson's second part is actually in a flight simulator, but this example will do just as well. The pilot on Monday has a brain in the very same state, the very same physical state as it's in on Tuesday, and yet there's a psychological difference between the pilot on Monday and the pilot on Tuesday. The pilot on Monday knows that he's flying above the Atlantic. The pilot on Tuesday merely believes that he's flying above the Atlantic. He doesn't know that he's flying above the Atlantic. Identical brains, different mental lives, and so internalism is false. A natural reply to this sort of example is to admit that there's a difference between the pilot on Monday and the pilot on Tuesday, but to deny that it's a psychological difference.